Former Feds and Friends, where former government employees react to sci-fi, fantasy, animated films, and all things nerdy, wonky, and awesome. I'm Madeline Velturo, a former stabilization advisor with the U.S. government. Today, I'm joined with one of the kindest and most hardworking colleagues I've ever had the pleasure of working with. This is Danielle Carnes. Danielle and I first met working together for the U.S. mission in Guinea, which is a coastal West African nation, where Danielle served as the Democracy, Rights, and Governance Officer for the U.S. Agency on International Development. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. I am from rural Northern California. So as the head of the Democracy, Human Rights, and Governance team for USAID, we were able to work on a wide range of projects, including helping their transition back to a democratic rule, protecting human rights, helping women and girls avoid being trafficked and sold into human slavery, and preventing violent extremism, representing what Americans care about in the world and the generosity of Americans to take care of other people.
Today we're going to be reacting to Wicked. Wicked it's a film, obviously based on a Broadway musical.
I think there's this underlying theme of minorities and being part of marginalized groups and the impact of that, and then also authoritarianism. And what are the levers that individuals and groups can pull to be able to seize that control?
Let's jump right into it.
All right, let's take it away.
Good man scorns the wicked. Through their lives our children learn what we miss when we misbehave.
This is all about our wonderful Wizard of Oz. Do you know how he got here? No. From the sky in a balloon. Then he built a city made of emeralds. Because he loves emeralds, even though they're green. If you get to meet him, he grants your heart's desire.
So now we're getting into the themes, where it's talking about like the rewriting of history and the education, very much like with the Nazi youth. And like you have to establish that education. That's why people are so interested in like school curriculum and in like what goes into libraries and what kids are reading, because they want to redefine history.
Yeah, and children's television.
Yep. Because how could you question this?
Right.
If this is what you've learned from that age.
Elphaba's wrong. Clean on top. Someone run it down and everyone can smell.
I relate so hard to this as an older sister. It would make me so mad. And it's a little bit easier to stand up for someone else than for yourself, right? So all of her anger is right now framed in that she has to protect her younger sister because it's
Even
easier
though
than
mocking
protecting
her,
right?
Not her sister.
That was yeah.
I'm Buck. I'm from Munchkin Lands. I know we don't really know each other yet.
You know what I believe, Vic?
It's Vic. It's Bach.
That strangers are just people I've never met.
What? What are you staring at? Do I have something in my teeth?
She's very defensive. She has a very defensive humor.
It's a self-protection.
Yeah, it's a protective mechanism.
Fine. Let's get this over with. No, I am not seasick. No, I did not eat grass as a child. And yes, I've always been green.
I, for one, am so sorry. And it is my intention to major in sorcery. So if at some point you wanted to address the problem, perhaps I could help.
Offering to help someone that you don't know with skills that you don't have. I'm sure everyone is duly impressed. This is my younger sister, Nessa Rose. As you can see, she's a perfectly acceptable color.
The defensiveness is something that I picked up on. That is a defense mechanism to appear disarming when you are a minority so that people will not be threatened by you. Also just to kind of lighten the mood, because otherwise things are so, as you could see, things are so serious and people were so somber and worried about her.
Yeah. And maybe make up for your presence, right? That like my presence, this was a jolly place and my presence seems to have brought it down. So it is now my responsibility
To cheer
everyone back up.
How long have you had this talent?
Talent? No, something just takes over me, and something I can't control. When it does, bad things happen.
If you can learn to use your powers in the right way. Many years I have waited for a gift like yours to appear. I predict the wizard might make you his magic grand vizier. With a talent like yours, dear, there is a definite chance you'll be making good.
This reminds me of some of the stuff we kind of were taught in the counterterrorism space of when you go to young people and you say, hey, you have the potential to be a threat to us. Please, can you not be? We want to. What do you need from us to make sure that you don't become a threat? That's all we really need from you. And like, it's like what you have to understand is extremist groups are coming to these young people and being like, we can't do this without you. You are not just a possible problem to us. You are a solution. It's so easy to recruit and mobilize a young person if all that young person has been told is you're a possible problem, and then you come to them and say you actually have immense potential. And our enemies know this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shouldn't a girl who's so good inside have a matching exterior? Would it be alright by you if I degreenify you? No, of course that's not important to me. Alright, why not? I'll resign.
And that's the internalized. They internalize
Discrimination or
All right, why not?
hatred.
something that she knows means nothing, but is also the barrier for her to be accepted, and she doesn't want it.
And she feels ashamed to want to change it, right? That's why she said,
Well, yes.
that's not important to me, but okay, right?
But
Where
okay
it's like
if you insist.
the layers of like, it is still what she wants because, like you say, the internalized
Yes.
prejudice.
And for me, it's taken a while to get to the point where, like, recognizing that you can change things if that's what's going to make you happy, while also recognizing the larger context that this has been learned and that this is not positive.
I have read your most recent essays, and I am amazed to report some progress, although
Thank you.
some of us still tend to favor form over content, Miss Linda.
Oh, actually, it's Linda, with a G.
Yes, of course. Linda.
No. I don't see what the problem is. Every other professor manages to pronouncify my name.
The righteous indignation from her friend.
Especially since she can't seem to pronounce the name Bach.
You may have noticed that I am one of the last animal professors here at Shiz. There have been some great changes throughout Oz with the rejection of animal culture. When and why did this change?
From what I've read, the Great Drought.
Precisely. Food grew scarce. And when people are hungry and angry, well, then they begin to look for...
Someone to blame.
Times of hardship. Causing people to seek a scapegoat. A literal scapegoat.
I never noticed, like when I first saw this show when I was 14, I did not make that connection that animals are being scapegoated and the literal...
He's a literal
Yeah,
scapegoat.
he is literally a goat.
If we examine this timeline... Who is responsible for this? Class dismissed. I said class dismissed!
The effects of the discriminatory event, just in general, causing that level of trauma and that level of cognitive load to rise to where you make mistakes like that you might not have otherwise made. It depletes you.
Yeah.
Another incident here at Shiz. We animals are now being blamed for everything that goes wrong. Forced from our jobs. Told to keep silent. This is much bigger than just some words on a chalkboard.
Many animals have gone missing or are actually leaving.
And so this is an example of the larger theme of rising authoritarianism.
Yeah.
And the dual systems of justice, where justice for the humans in this context is moving on as normal and their lives are unaffected largely, whereas justice for these animal folks is entirely upended and it's not being communicated to the humans, or the humans don't care.
Yeah.
That apathy. It's really in that apathy that allows the authoritarian leaders to seize upon that division and use it to unify the majority against the minority and leverage that to get into power and to control power.
Yesterday, a Badger acquaintance, a solicitor, was sacked just for arguing a case.
At least he can still argue. What do you mean?
I've heard of an Oxford professor from Quarks no longer permitted to teach, who has lost all powers of speech.
Can't speak.
And an owl in Munchkin Rock, a vicar with a thriving flock forbidden to preach.
No.
Now he only can screech.
That's it. I'm leaving Oz while I can still speak the word goodbye.
This is another thing too, this idea that they're all leaving. If you are a government and you have a group of people that you don't want to govern anymore, that, you know, for whatever reason, you don't want to protect their rights under your own laws. One way to get out of having to do it is to drive them all away.
The trouble with schools is they always try to teach the wrong lesson. They want you to become less callow, less shallow. But I say, why invite stressing? Stop studying strife and learn to live the unexamined life. Dancing through life, skimming the surface, gliding where turf is smooth. Why think too hard when it's so soothing? Dancing through life, nothing matters, but knowing nothing matters is just life.
See, this is the apathy. This is the nihilism. Not nihilism in the philosophical context, because my spouse was very clear that philosophical nihilism is a very different thing. But it is very much that kind of like, nothing matters.
Nothing matters.
It's that sort of attitude that gets us into these problems.
Yeah.
Because some of us don't have an option.
Yeah.
Things freaking matter.
Yeah.
Like,
things matter, and if
elections
they don't
have consequences. Things matter.
Yeah, if they don't matter to you, that's very convenient for you.
Congratulations.
These are also exactly the types of citizens that the wizard loves, right?
Oh, yeah.
The people who say, like,
they're docile.
Just let's not learn, right? Like, let's not learn about history. Let's not learn about this stuff. Let's just, like, seek pleasure.
Critical reasoning, critical thinking.
Yes.
Not important, because we're just skimming the surface.
Because we're just if they stay on the surface, they can never dig the roots needed to fight something as powerful as, like,
no, exactly.
the authoritarian.
You would never raise any questions.
Yeah. It's so it's so hard to watch.
This scene is so tough.
She doesn't give a twig what anyone thinks.
Of course she does. She just pretends not to.
And you do not need, like, she knows that this is awful, right? Like, even Glinda, who has had a very privileged life, like, some of it's just human compassion, right? Like,
Glinda is good with the human compassion. She's ignorant, but she has a lot of compassion.
Yeah.
She's just misguided. She's a good person. She's just misguided.
Yeah. And she's selfish. And I think it is important to remember you can be selfish and a good person.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like, I mean, you have to do good actions, but, like, an evil person does not selfishness necessarily make.
What are you doing? Stop.
Why have all this social capital if you're not going to use it on something that matters?
it's also just, it just demonstrates the...
And how much it means to her, right? It's so, like, relieving when you know what you need and you never get it, and then someone gives it to you.
And Elsie? Can I call you Elsie?
Well, it's a little bit perky.
I know, I'm gonna call you that.
What is up with her in names? She's like, everyone must call me my name, right? And also, I'm gonna call everyone whatever the fuck I want to call them.
My dear students, this will be my last day here at Shiz. You see, animals are no longer permitted to teach.
What's happening?
Come on, goat. They can take away my job, but I shall continue speaking out. Listen to me. You're not being told the whole story.
Good afternoon, students.
He's dressed like a con man, like a snake oil salesman, which is what the wizard obviously is. It's a classic American snake oil salesman.
Yeah.
To look to the future. This is called a cage. This remarkable innovation is for the good of all Oz, as well as for the animal's own good. You see, one benefit of caging an animal this young is that in all likelihood, they'll never learn to speak. Technology
that suppresses.
But it's also that focus on the future and ignoring the past.
It's a very good way to distract people. Like, it's to play on human psychology to distract people because people like new and shiny. Also, the idea of like that the cage is for the animal's own good. Mm-hmm. That like
they'll be better off.
Yeah, it is a generosity to like cutting that off before it even starts, and then they won't know what they're missing.
Yeah.
Whenever it is convenient for one party that another party not advance, then you should be skeptical of whatever that first party comes up with pertaining to that second party.
And this is an additional unexpected. Hi, what's your name?
Glinda. The guy is silent.
Hello, Belinda. What you looking at there?
She
tolerates it from him.
Because of power.
Yeah.
Because of power.
The Oz of tomorrow.
Oh, here we are, Back to the Future, right? We're talking about tomorrow. We're looking
because
towards
we're
the
always
future.
thinking about that perfect future when everything is going to be great again. That's where we're heading towards. And it doesn't matter how much oppression we have to do along the way to get there.
It's easier to lie about the future than the past. Because the past happened and the future hasn't happened yet, so.
But you still have to redefine the past.
Yeah, it's still, you can still lie about the past.
You can
It's
still
just
lie
easier.
about that.
Wait a minute. She may not be ready. Casting a spell with the Grimmery? That's a mighty tall order.
You're right. We mustn't rush her. Perhaps today has been too overwhelming.
No. Please. Let me prove myself.
So manipulative.
I know. It's all just a ploy.
I feel like this has Oppenheimer vibes, right? Where she made a weapon for him to use.
I am come death, destroyer of worlds.
It's just what we hoped for. Eyes in the skies.
Yes, they'll make perfect spies. Spies. Elphaba?
Ooh, we may have said the quiet part out loud.
It's you. You're behind all of this. You're the reason why people are turning against the animals. It's all because of you.
Think of your future, dearie.
No.
Elphaba!
It is hard, but not impossible to say no to power.
Yeah.
Citizens of Oz, there is an enemy who must be found and captured. She has stolen our grimory. She is evil, responsible for the mutilation of these poor, innocent monkeys. Her green skin is but an outward manifestorium of her twisted nature.
Misinformation.
It's a proper misinformation campaign.
But there's some truth to it.
Well, that's a hallmark of a misinformation campaign.
I know.
Is that there's a negative truth, and then you tack on a lot of lies to that negative truth, and then when people try to call you a liar, you can point to the part that's true, and it undermines anyone that's trying to say that's not true.
Something has changed within me. Something is not the same. I'm through with playing by the rules of someone else's game.
She's having her coming out moment.
She's been contorting herself
to fit into a system that's not made for her.
Yeah.
And this is the moment where she's breaking free.
It's time to trust my instincts, close my eyes, and leave. It's time to try defying gravity.
I feel this way a little bit having been fired. That I'm like,
it's time to try
what's my version of what's my version of taking the broom? Can we get this background music in our lives? I feel like it would make some of it easier.
Oh yeah.
If you're like,
I had the best playlist going.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I would listen to it every day at USAID when I was waiting to get fired.
We'll share the playlist.
Yeah. My inspirational
Former
playlist.
Feds and Friends playlist. I love Wicked.
It's really good. The nice part of this is that there is this self-discovery. There is this journey that Elphaba and Glinda go on throughout the movie. You see the progression of their characters. You see their arc. And, like, at the end of the day, Elphaba, and also to a lesser extent Glinda, are capable of resisting the authoritarianism.
Yep.
Where at the beginning they were not. And so that is hopeful.
But that also, that's one of the things that makes me hopeful from the film too, is I really do think it centers the autonomy of the individual in the face of like systematic issues. Glinda, Fiyero, and Elphaba all have their own stories, and those stories will impact whether like the outcome of this regime. I find it very hopeful because like all we have is our own autonomy. All right. That's all for this week on Former Feds and Friends. If you have any questions about what Danielle and I discussed, please leave them in the comments below. We're actually working to develop a follow-on companion deep dive podcast, and so your questions can help us shape that. If you want us to react to more musicals, then make sure you give this video a big thumbs up so that we know that you liked it, and you can leave suggestions for more films or shows or musicals that you want us to react to in the comments below. Everything we produce is available for free, so we don't have any content behind a paywall, but if you are in a place to support the channel, we definitely welcome contributions via our Ko-Fi page, which is linked in the description below. So, peace out.
The world is so big and its future is yucky.
You like Necco wafers?
I do. They date from before the American Civil War.
Oh,
1847.
cool.
Yeah, reenacting.
Thank you. I do love Necco wafers.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's really tasty chalk.